What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a cartoon illustration of Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. For today's lesson we'll need a plain white sheet of paper and a pencil. I'll be drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now if you want more details on our art supplies I use, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. Now you want to begin today's lesson by blocking out the basic shape of the pose. Let's start at the very top of our page with a straight line coming down. So we're just going to use these short lines going all the way down towards the bottom of our page. Let's go back up to the top and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we use these two lines to help us create a large oval for the head along the top of our page. So from that center point, let's move up. Let's mark off the top of the head. Now we're going to measure that same distance from the center down towards the bottom. Now across this horizontal line, we're going to go a little bit wider. So out here, going out further, do the same thing on the right side. Now we want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our oval. Let's start with the top left. And this oval doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. And it will help us define the size of our drawing. Now from the center, let's draw two ovals going around the side of the head. So we're going to start right in the middle. Start by going around, touching the side of our oval, coming around the bottom, and then back up. Do the same thing on the right, going up towards the same height, and along the bottom, and then back up. Let's block in the shape and size of the ears, leaving a gap in the center. Let's start over on the left side. We're going to bend the ear, going up, and then out, and come down, and then in towards the side. Now we want to straighten out the right ear, so stepping over, going up, and out towards the top, come down and in. Now I want to pose our character so it's leaning over towards the left. Let's start on the left side of the head. We're going to bend the body, coming down and in towards that center line. Go up and then out towards the right. Now I'm just going to line this up over on the right, bend the body, going down and then out. Now we're going to tuck the left arm in behind the head. So up here, straighten this out, bend this down towards the bottom of the sleeve, and then come straight in towards the body. Let's line up the top of the arm over on the right, angle this down and out, bend this back in towards the side. Now from the top of the sleeve, angle this up towards the wrist, add a small circle, and then from the outside, angle this down towards the bottom of the hand. Let's go over towards the outside of the right sleeve, angle the arm coming down, add in that small circle, and then from the outside, pull this up. Let's move all the way down towards the bottom of the body, draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of the leg, go straight across, and then back up underneath. Now I'm going to raise up the right leg. So up here, let's start with a circle along the bottom edge of the body, and we'll angle the leg from the outside coming down, and we'll just flatten this off. Let's add the tail coming out underneath. So we're going to start out here, bend this out. Now right here, we're going to curve this all the way around the bottom, and we'll taper this so it gets nearer as we come back up underneath the body. Now that we have the basic rough sketch, let's go back and clean this up and erase these guidelines. Now we're going to be using this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shapes. Let's start with the top edge of the brow. We start right in the middle. We want to bend the brow going out and then up towards the side. Now on the right, we're going to go up a little bit higher, raising up the brow. Just round this out along the inside. Come down and just pull that up underneath. Let's go to the right, going all the way around and just tucking that up underneath. Let's add a fold in the center, in between. Now we're going to curve this around and then back in towards the middle. And then along the bottom, add a circle for the nose. Let's draw the chin, adding a circle, just tucked in underneath. Now on the left side, we're going to draw the teeth. We're going to come around and just tuck that up underneath the nose. Now I want to push the eyes underneath the brow. Let's start on the left side, going out and down, come around the bottom, and just pull that up on the inside. I'm just going to line this up on the right, going down bottom, and then up along the top. And then in the center, we're just going to tuck the iris and pupil underneath the brow. We're going to add a fold along the inside of the brow, go all the way around the side of the head, and pull this in towards the side of the cheek. Now we're going to add that braid coming down from the chin. Just bending this down and in towards the bottom, and adding a small curl on the end. Go all the way around the top of the head. Now I'm just going to draw the trim on the inside of the ear, going up and then out. Add the trim on the inside, working our way around the ears. Now for this drawing, we're going to simplify the detail across the body. Let's start on the side, just bending this down. Now on the side on the left, I'm just going to bend this up and across towards the right shoulder. Let's draw on the arm, coming around, add a trim on the end. Let's go over towards the right, coming down towards the wrist, and we'll add that trim. From here, we're going to draw on the thumb, coming down and back up towards the hand. Let's bend the fingers, coming down and out, and back up towards the wrist. And it's going to layer a couple more fingers in behind. Let's add in the thumb, and then the fingers. Now with the bottom edge of the body, you're just going to wrap this around the leg, come down towards the bottom of the foot, and then draw on 2 toes going across the bottom. I'm just going to add a fold across the top. I'm just going to round out the bottom of the feet. I'm going to add 2 toes along the outside, just rounding these out, going up underneath. Let's add a thick sandal on the bottom. And then the bandage is going across the legs. And with the tail, just going to add a couple stripes. Now we're going to be drawing on top of this rough sketch, using this as a guide. We're going to darken up our contours. Now I'd like to start with the inside edge of the brow, and we're going to add a little bit of weight across the bottom of our line. So going a little bit thicker across the bottom, and then just tapering up towards a point. So we're just going to give our drawing a little bit of weight, almost across the shadow areas. Add some weight along the inside, just tapering that out. Just going to add a fold underneath the eyes. And we'll just darken up the pupils. I'm just going to add the pupil in the center of the iris. Also adding a small highlight circle on the top left of the pupil. I'm just going to darken up the bottoms. And while we're here, we're just going to darken up the outside of the iris, just with a faint shade. want to darken up the bottom of the nose and then fade that up towards the top. And then we're going to add a little bit of weight across the bottom of the chin. So again, going thicker with those lines. And then we're just going to taper that as you go up towards the mouth. Now from here, just going to work our way around the eyes. I'm just going to trace that subtle detail across the forehead with these little points going around that guideline. Just going to trace out that trim along the inside of the ears. Now you don't want to get too detailed with the hands, so we're just going to bring this down towards a point along the bottom of the fingers, and then just layer these across, going out towards the outside. Now I just want to create a little bit of an overlap along the bottom. On the side of the body, just extending this out, and then continuing along the bottom. Let's add some folds across the top. Now, once we finish tracing out all our contours, I'm going to go ahead and just clean this up. Just erasing that underlying sketch. Now I'm going to move to the side edge of my pencil and start adding some shadows. So we start with the inside edge of the eyes, starting off dark along the top, and then fading that down. So the shadows are going to sit underneath the eyelid. add a light shade to that center detail. And then we'll go back and start adding some shadows across the bottom edge of the body and head. So the light's coming from the top left of our page, going across our character, so the shadows will sit on the opposite side of the light. Lightly add those whiskers across the side of the nose. Now as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add some details across the sleeves, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a cartoon illustration of Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you want more details on the art supplies we used, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. If you're interested in learning more about today's art supplies, then stick around. This is the NIC Pro Mechanical Pencil. The 5-piece set comes complete with 5 drafting pencils, 4 tubes of lead refills for all the different sizes, 2 erasers, also 9-piece eraser refills, 2 lead sharpeners, with a pack of colored leads. And all of this is neatly packed in a gift storage box. Now since I started using this pencil back in 2023, it's really changed the level of my drawings. The heavier weight of the pencil has helped me create smoother and more controlled lines. And with the wide variety of lead sizes, I can easily transition from high detail to smooth shading. And NIC Pro also has a fun color set for those who want something a little bit more lightweight. I used to think that all pencils were created equal, but since using this NIC Pro mechanical pencil, it's been a game changer for my art. Now if you want to give this pencil a try, I'll leave the link in the description below.